Hi, this is Catherine on day 11 of the 30-day video challenge to get more women into motorbiking. Now, this is going to be the first of several catch-up videos that I'm going to have to do. And for this particular one, I wanted to just elaborate a little bit more on a point I was making in the last major video that I did. Now, the last major video was the day 6 video, where I got you to meet my Aveline outside in the lovely, lovely sunshine. It's not sunny right now, it's raining and a little bit grey. Such is England. Anyway, point is this. I was talking about how there are 3 kinds of owners in the motorbiking world. Probably in any kind of vehicle world, to be honest. So, the first kind were they were the people who couldn't care less whether they were riding a motorbike or whether they were actually in a car. They just treat the bike like a vehicle. The second kind of owner was the mechanic. They are the ones who will tinker about with the bike, they will take it apart, put it back together, make sure that it's working beautifully. They're the ones who will add extra bits onto it to get a few extra horsepower out of it. And the third kind were the people like me. Now, this is the bit that I wanted to expand upon a little bit, because the third kind of owner, we are the highly attached ones. And I just wanted to explain a little bit why I'm attached to my bike particularly, and just bikes in general, I guess, as well. And the reason is, this is going to sound a little strange, but the reason is because I honestly see every motorbike as if it was a different person. Hear me out a little bit. With cars, and like with bikes, then you have all the different brands, for example. Now, different brands have particular characteristics, and those are the broad stroke characteristics. For example, let me think. Japanese bikes are very functional. It's all about reliability, being smooth to ride, cheap to make as well, cheap to buy. And you have the Italian brands where it's all about being red, passionate, fast, furious. Yeah, sexy. And then you have the Germanic bikes that are, again, smooth, deep, thoughtful, logical, fast, good bikes. The Germanic bikes, they're very good. And these are just very broad characteristics, basically. But even within a brand, even within those characteristics, then each bike still has its own character. And the easiest way to describe it is to look at me and you, to be honest. You can take a personality test online, or you can do one of the more professional ones like the Myers-Briggs personality types, and you will be put into a category that will broadly explain your characteristics and everything. And yeah, you know, a lot of these are going to be accurate one way or another, but there will always be other people as well who will still fit into the same category as you. But you are not exactly the same as the next person within your category, are you? You're going to have different experiences. You're going to have a different history. You might have been born in a different country or a different area. You will have been to different schools, experienced different things, eaten different things probably. You would have had a different life growing up. But you could still have the same personality type as someone else. And this is exactly the same, I think, with motorbikes, to be honest. Take, for example, my bike. My bike is a Honda NC700X. That's the technical name. Now, when I took the test one for a ride, the tester bike, then I realised straight away that this bike was functional. This bike is all about reliability. She is an agile bike. She is fuel efficient. She is also very low revving, very, very low revving for a bike. She has a lot of torque. She's very comfortable in almost any setting, to be honest, except really off-road. That's the only time when she'll be really unhappy, I'd imagine. And that I recognised that was the broad characteristic. You know, those are the broad characteristics of that particular bike. And so so that's why I bought her, really, because that was exactly what I needed and what I wanted. Now, when I had my Aveline, I realised that it's the way you break the bike in, it's the way that you ride the bike, but she is much faster revving than the tester bike. As in, when you twist the handle back, when you twist the throttle back, then she will lunge forward. She's not just being pulled forwards like with the other NC700X I was riding. Aveline actually really sort of lunges forwards, which is great. And the flat spot is the flat spot on Aveline is about at 3,000 revs. That's when she starts you get vibrations through the engine, and that's when you start thinking of shifting up a gear so that it's a bit more of a comfortable ride. And it's not because of the road surface either. And on the tester bike, then that kicked in at about 2,500 revs. The tester bike would only rev up to about 5,500 revs before the limiter would kick in, whereas on Aveline the limiter doesn't kick in until about 6,500. And it's just these little things that make all the difference, but that also build the character of the bike, I think. And you recognise that, you know, when you stay with a bike for a while, you recognise all these different little niggly things, and it's no different to finding out the niggly things about another person, you know. And because of that similarity, a lot of us end up, you know, assigning a gender to a bike, assigning a name. You know, I haven't quite gone as far as some of the other guys who literally, they will put their own spray paint on the bike, you know, and decorate it out in so many ways and things like that. I haven't quite got that far, because I think that she's gorgeous as she is in red and black. But, you know, it's that, you know, that's why we're so attached, you know, because we recognise the character of our particular bikes. And that was the key thing that I just wanted to really highlight. So, with that part over, what I want to do for the next several videos, next several catch-up videos, is I would like to talk about the broad characteristics of the major brands, actually. So that will be coming up soon. Catch you in a bit.